Oh looky, self-bought presents, the best kind. So we've got two. I think one gives it away right away. And what I wanted to point out about it was it is secured with two pieces of boxing tape on either side alone and the shipping label at the bottom, while it came with the top broken open like that to my doorstep. Single corrugated box. I suspect very little protection, and I'm a little bit worried about the content. This was shipped by BestBuy Canada on FedEx. It came from Vancouver, British Columbia, across the country to Toronto, and then trucked around until it finally got to me locally here, south of London, Ontario. So we'll see what's inside and what kind of condition that it's in. So this is my living room where I do all of my large unboxings. For lack of danger. Okay. Well, there's a little bit of a cardboard internal around the top of the headstock here, but there's not a piece of foam in the box whatsoever to protect the body in any way, shape or form. And this is the thinnest paper bag I've ever seen on one. So we got the goodie bag with the wrenches and the like. And it's got another little protective inside. It's kind of like a hairy bag. I have to say the headstock is really beautiful. Ta-da! Surf green, guys. How does that go with my orange? A little bit of my Irish heritage showing there. Alrighty. So they put a protective on the strings. Before I take that off, let me check the body. There is a mar there. This thing really should have way better protection inside that box. Strap button is not broken. The neck is beautiful vintage color. I would have really liked to see the maple fretboard in exactly the same color on this guitar. And I have a neck downstairs which is a Telecaster neck, which would fit this, I think. Telecasters will fit Stratocaster bodies, but Stratocaster necks will not because of the curve at the bottom. The heel is not exactly the same on both. Alright, this is an Oscar Schmidt by Washburn. I had that in the light there just right. And it looks like that. Oop. I know what I'm going to find when I go in there. The pots are smooth. Now because these are single coils at the moment, I don't think I will find many ways to mod this that would be advantageous other than the way it is. Let me see if I can get that off. Now this neck is supposed to be amaranth. The Harley Benton I have, Paisley, has amaranth, and it's very dark, and this is very dark, and it's very dense. So it is a very, very nice looking color of fretboard. Quite beautiful. The neck is glossy. And it is impeccably clean. No white residue anywhere. There's a small sticker on the back that I cannot read, even with my reading glasses on, in the light. It says AMSC something or other, don't know what that means. It has a serial number on the neck, and it does not say Made in China on it. Oscar Schmidt by Washburn. So if I find out where it's made, I will let you know. Oh my. It says USA made right on that sticker. And it says it has the Dario strings on it. Isn't that a change? The body looks like a full-size body. There's one small mar right there. You see that? Right here in the light. I think I'll be able to buff that out. Other than that, it's in excellent shape for that packing of the box. Yep. I like these full-formed saddles that are on it. The machined type. They're set quite high. The action of the strings are in the sky. And you can see the saddles are set right up at the top of the set screws. That'll have to come down for sure. The nut could be either bone or graphite or very hard man-made substance. There were very, very little specs on the Best Buy website about how and what the specifications were of this. It's a triple ply pick guard on the front and a single on the back. So yes, this dark vintage is really the feel and look I like. The glossiness I'm not so sure of. I have glossy guitars that play okay. Only the Firefly I had to steel wool to make it smoother, because I was sticking to that one, so maybe it was a different kind of finish. The tuners are unbranded tuners. Let's see how they feel. A little slipping there, that needs tightening. That one also slipping. That one too, and that one too. So I'll tighten up all the screws and see how they go. Those are probably Chinese closed machine gears. And there's a QC sticker right up here on the neck. The neck pocket. The neck pocket is perfect on both sides. Not a crack. Very tight. Nicely put in there. Anyway, when we get it on the bench, it'll get a good looking over. I want to see what these pickups sound like. Here's a close-up look at the hardware. Down here. I haven't peeled the sticker off yet, off anything. The neck, the white dot inlays are quite nice against that black amaranth. Have a close look at this nut, if I can get a focus on it. Looks like it's cut fairly well, but that's something I'll check also. The frets are like medium jumbo. That's nice. Here's the back. Closer look at it. Getting the autofocus. See my overhead fan fluttering in the chrome. The neck. Very nice looking neck. I am super happy with the color of that. One important thing I forgot to mention about the neck was the condition of the frets. Cleanest I've ever had. They can use a little bit of a polishing up, but no grime and corrosion like I've seen in the past. The fret ends on this guitar, I could not have made them any smoother myself. Right up here into the pocket area, they are absolutely perfectly dressed, smooth as glass. Now that's something, really something. Okay, so the next step will be downstairs in the studio and the workbench for this one. Okay, we're down. We've stretched some strings. This looks kind of blue on screen to me. Well, in this light anyway. And I've got to say, out of the box, makes noise in all the positions. However, as far as playable goes, not really. The action I've measured here 7/64 across the strings. The nut is too high. It's sitting at a 1/16 of an inch over the first fret, which of course is impossible. So if a beginner was to get this guitar, they would definitely not want to play it very long because of the fingers. They would definitely lose interest very quickly for both of them, so that's going to have to be touched up. I've stretched a couple of times, and I've noticed something that, yeah, tone knob does absolutely nothing. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe that's not the right tone. Let's see. That tone does nothing for the bridge either. I was pretty sure that's supposed to be the bridge tone. And that's supposed to be the tone for the other ones on a standard Strat. Does nothing. Middle. Nothing. Nothing. So the volume works in all positions, but the two-tone knob seems to be doing absolutely nothing. The pickups are brighter than I thought they would be. And I'm using my standard basic 65 deluxe setup on my Mustang amplifier with you know, the trebles and the middles and the middle in the 5 position. The bass I always keep it at 0, and the volume's 10 there and 3 master on the amplifier over there to my left, and I have a gain of 5. There's no reverb. Let me put it to 0 gain. So with 0 gain on the amplifier, they're not that hot at all, but they're pretty good. So I'm oh, and the intonation, somebody worked on it. It was pretty close, but I had to touch the string right on the top of the 12th fret in order to make it work. If I tried to fret it here, made it sharp because of the height of everything. I tightened up the buttons over here. I think the D and or the G might just need another little bit of a touch. So once I tightened them up, they all worked out pretty good. Yep, I'm really impressed with the finish of the frets on this neck. I haven't removed the plastic yet. The pickup heights are not standard spec for a Strat. All about 1/8 of an inch on this side. They're all too low on that side, so that'll need to be done. But these tones, both of them seem to be doing absolutely nothing. Must be something going on there. Anyway, we'll take a look in there once we get inside. Other than that, it's very pretty. Absolutely very pretty guitar. So the next step will be some inside looks, I guess, after I've done some work on it. It'll be some working, I guess, in the next video. Cutting the nut down. I'm pretty sure that's graphite. It reminds me a lot of some of the graphite stuff that I've seen. And it feels pretty hard, and it's got that graphite color, consistent color all the way across. The butterfly string trees will definitely need to go. Not my preference, but okay, here's the next project. We'll see what we can keep and what we can change to make it fine.